everyone, you are welcome to Prospect Channel TV. Here we give you the latest update of Nigerian news. Thank you very much for subscribing to this channel. If you have not, please kindly do so by pressing the subscribe button. Thank you very much once again. God bless you. The Inspector General of Police ignores Buhari directive. He bows journalists, doctors, and others. The IG gave the directive to the zonal assistant inspectors general of police and state commissioners of police during a video conference. The Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, contrary to a directive by President Muhammadu Buhari, on Tuesday ordered police commands not to exempt anybody, including workers on essential duties, when enforcing the ban on interstate movement and the nationwide curfew. The Inspector General of Police gave the directive to the zonal assistant inspectors general of police and the state commissioners of police during video conference on Tuesday, the Punch reports. The president had, in his first COVID-19 address to the nation on March 29th, ordered a lockdown in the Federal Capital Territory and Lagos State and Ogun State. Buhari, however, exempted health workers, journalists, as well as the staff of communication companies from the lockdown. In its second COVID-19 broadcast on April 13th, when he extended the lockdown in the FCT, Lagos State and Ogun State, the president also emphasized that workers on essential duties were exempted from the lockdown. Commenting on harassment by security agencies, the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 on March 30th said journalists needed only their identity cards to move around during the lockdown. On April 27th, when he ordered a ban on interstate movements and imposed on 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew on the nation, the president repeated that workers on essential duties were exempted. The PTF chairman and secretary to the government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, while announcing the extension of interstate lockdown and the nationwide curfew at the task force press conference on Monday, said exemptions granted by the president in the first phase would subside. But the source at the IG's conference with police commissioners on Tuesday said Adamu had directed policemen not to allow any exemption. The source stated, "For your information, a curfew is a curfew. After 8 p.m., there will be no movement by anybody, including journalists and doctors, as well as other health workers." The directives we have received from the Inspector General of Police is that as from 8 p.m., the question of being on essential services does not arise. The first spokesman, Frank Maba, in a statement on Tuesday, confirmed that the IG at the video conference with top police officials ordered strict enforcement of the curfew and interstate movement restriction nationwide. Maba explained that the video conference availed the police leadership the opportunity to assess the security situation in the country, review operational strategies, and take decisive measures aimed at involving customized security solutions to cope with the crime trends and other security challenges relating to the pandemic. He said, the Inspector General of Police has ordered strict enforcement of the national curfew and interstate movement restriction orders placed by the federal government as part of measures to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. The IG gave this directive to the Zonal Assistant Inspectors General of Police and State Commissioners of Police during a video conference held on Tuesday. The Executive Secretary of the newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria, Feyi Smith, in an interview with Punch newspapers, noted that the IG's directive could not override the president's directive exempting the essential workers. He stated that it would be ridiculous for the IG to make the order. He said, I want to believe that, given the directive of the president that all essential services are exempted, there is no way the Inspector General of Police order can override that of the President Muhammadu Buhari. I want to believe that there was a miscommunication along the line, and I want to believe that he could not have said so. I still believe that the President's directive stands until he says otherwise, or we have a clarification from the spokesman of the President, Boss Mustafa. It will be ridiculous that anybody will say such a thing. The Nigerian Medical Association and the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives cautioned Adamu over his directive on workers on essential duties. The president of NAM, Dr. Francis Fadulayi, stated that those on the essential services, especially health care workers, should remain exempt from enforce. Fadulayi, in an interview with The Punch, noted that President Muhammadu Buhari is the commander-in-chief, adding that his directive should supersede that of the IG. He said, I don't think he, the IG, has a right to give a counter-directive. Doctors are recorded from home to do emergencies, and they have to return home. They can be recorded at any time when there is an emergency and they have to move. For the medical professions, I know that the restriction does not include us because it can be his daughter. He's talking about the IG of police. It can be his daughter, his brother, son, wife, father, or mother in that district, and you need that medical professional to come and attend to him or her. I know that there is nobody who can say there is a restriction that would affect medical professionals. Even in war, medical professionals are allowed to move around to help whenever one finds himself. I don't think that directive can be faced. Similarly, the president of NAM, Abdullahi Adeneji, told one of the correspondents that the chairman of the PTF during the task force press briefing on Tuesday gave allowances for those on essential duties. Adeneji said, I think it is contradictory on the issue of no exemption for essential services, which that may mean is that all the essential services should not work again. Otherwise, that the PTF chairman, Boss Mustafa, said this evening in their briefing is that all the people who are on essential duties with their adequate identity card, we henceforth go to their duties without police disturbance. Yeah, so hello guys, I'm going to drop it here. What's your take on this? What do you think about this? The IG of police ignores Buhari directive, bows journalists, directors, doctors and others. Don't forget to leave your comment below the comment box. Thank you very much for always stopping by. Bye for now.